condemned by physics. The inevitable annihilation of the laser sail. At 20% the speed of light, a single grain of interstellar dust possesses enough kinetic energy to induce a plasma state detonation, instantly obliterating its target. This inescapable threat is not an engineering problem to be solved, but one of several fundamental physical barriers that, according to a rigorous analysis of the underlying physics, render the popular concept of laser sail travel a mission in Self-Annihilation. A thorough deconstruction of the project's own parameters reveals a craft condemned not by a failure of technology, but by the immutable laws of thermodynamics and relativistic mechanics. The proposition advanced by projects like Breakthrough Starshot hinges on an unprecedented concentration of power, a 100 gigawatt phased laser array intended to accelerate a gram-scale light sail to a significant fraction of light speed, while presented as a solution. This energy source is itself the first and most immediate physical barrier, functioning less as a gentle push and more as what can be termed the 100 GW blowtorch. The core of this problem resides not in a failure of engineering, but in the fundamental principles of thermodynamics and materials science. An analysis of the energy balance at the sail's surface reveals that even a hypothetical material with 99.999 reflectivity, a standard far beyond current capabilities, would still absorb 0.001 of the incident energy flux. For a 100 gigawatt beam, this seemingly negligible fraction translates to an absorbed power of 1 megawatt, a colossal thermal load that must be continuously managed by an object with a mass of a few grams and a thickness measured in nanometers. According to the Stefan Boltzmann law, the only way for the sail to shed this heat into the vacuum of space is through thermal radiation. But the physics dictates that to radiate away energy at such a rate, the sail's equilibrium temperature would have to rise far beyond the melting or sublimation point of any known or theorized material, leading to near instantaneous thermal vaporization. Furthermore, the mechanics of photon pressure, governed by relativistic electrodynamics, demand a level of uniformity that is physically unattainable. The concept of the focal drift catastrophe arises from the fact that any microscopic imperfection in the sail's shape, any slight variation in its reflective coating, or any uncorrected atmospheric turbulence in the beam's path would create an infinitesimal imbalance in the photon pressure across its 4-meter-wide surface. For a gossamer-thin object with virtually no inertia, this non-uniform force would not translate into a linear push, but into a catastrophic torque. This torque would initiate a spin, causing the sail to tumble out of the beam's path in seconds, ending the acceleration phase and ensuring the mission's failure before it has even truly begun. These stability challenges are a central focus in the field of optical engineering, which seeks to mitigate them but cannot eliminate them entirely. Even a momentary hotspot on the sail's surface, caused by a slight dip in reflectivity, would not only heat that section, but also alter its shape through thermal expansion, creating the very geometric imperfection that induces the mission-ending tumble, demonstrating a fatal feedback loop between the thermal and mechanical constraints imposed by the laws of physics. The foundational physics of radiative heat transfer dictates that even a near-perfectly reflective sail, when subjected to the proposed 100 gigawatt beam, will absorb sufficient residual energy to vaporize itself almost instantly. Should the light sail survive its own propulsion system, its journey through the apparently vacant expanse toward Alpha Centauri would subject it to a second, inescapable mode of annihilation. The interstellar medium, far from being a perfect vacuum, is populated by diffuse gas and dust, which at the probe's target velocity of approximately 60,000 kilometers per second, transforms from a passive environment into a kinetic minefield. The governing principle is that of relativistic impact, a domain where the classical intuition of collisions fails catastrophically. According to the principles of special relativity, the kinetic energy of an object does not scale linearly, but increases dramatically as it approaches the speed of light. Technical analyses performed for concepts like Breakthrough Starshot confirm that a collision with a single dust particle weighing just a few micrograms would transfer an amount of energy equivalent to the detonation of kilograms of TNT. This energy would not merely puncture the gram-scale sail. It would be deposited in a near-instantaneous flash, converting the impact site and a significant portion of the sail itself into an expanding ball of plasma, ensuring total mission failure. Even if the craft could miraculously avoid every such macroscopic particle over its multi-trillion kilometer journey, it faces a more insidious and guaranteed form of destruction from the very atoms that constitute the interstellar medium. This process, known as relativistic dust sputtering, involves the continuous bombardment of the sail by individual atoms of hydrogen and helium. Each atomic impact, while insignificant in isolation, carries enough kinetic energy at 0.2 C to physically eject or sputter multiple atoms from the sail's delicate structure and reflective coating over the course of a 20-year transit to Proxima Centauri. This relentless atomic sandblasting would erode the sail atom by atom, stripping away its ability to reflect laser light for communication and progressively weakening its structure until it disintegrates. The addition of a protective shield is not a viable solution, as any shield substantial enough to withstand such impacts would add prohibitive mass, making it impossible for the 100 gigawatt laser array to accelerate it to the required velocity in the first place, thereby nullifying the core premise of the Project Starshot architecture. At 20% the speed of light, the kinetic energy of a single dust grain is not a hazard to be mitigated, but an absolute, mission-ending, destructive force. Even if a probe were to defy the thermodynamics of its launch and navigate the kinetic hazards of the interstellar medium, it would arrive at its destination, only to face its final and most paradoxical failure, the physical impossibility of stopping. This terminal challenge, the payload problem, is not one of technology but of fundamental celestial mechanics and the unyielding mathematics of momentum. The core design of laser sails, which externalizes the propulsion system to a massive laser array on Earth, is precisely what makes any form of deceleration at Proxima Centauri an insoluble problem. Without a prepositioned, multi-gigawatt laser array waiting at the destination to push against it, the craft possesses no means to shed the colossal kinetic energy it spent 20 years accumulating. The principles that govern this impasse are encapsulated in the Tsiolkovsky rocket equation, a cornerstone of astronautics that demonstrates the exponential relationship between a desired change in velocity and the required propellant mass. To decelerate from 0.2 to a velocity suitable for orbital insertion would require the probe to eject a reaction mass orders of magnitude greater than its own tiny gram-scale mass, a payload it could not possibly carry across 4 light-years. Other theoretical braking mechanisms, such as using the destination star's light for reverse solar sailing or employing magnetic braking against its stellar wind, are rendered completely ineffective by the probe's extreme velocity. These forces are exceedingly faint, and at 60,000 kilometers per second, the probe would transit the entire Proxima Centauri system in a matter of hours, a time frame far too brief for such gentle pressures to have any measurable effect on its trajectory. The mission, therefore, cannot end in orbit or exploration. It can only conclude as a frantic, high-velocity flyby. The window for data acquisition would be reduced from years or months to mere moments, transforming a multi-decade, multi-billion-dollar endeavor into a fleeting glimpse that yields a fraction of its potential scientific value. due to the immutable constraints of the Tsiolkovsky rocket equation. A light sail launched by an external beam lacks any viable mechanism to decelerate upon arrival, making a stable orbit or extended observation of the target system physically impossible. The cumulative analysis of the challenges facing laser sails reveals a critical distinction that elevates the concept from a difficult engineering project to a fundamental physical impasse. The issues of thermal vaporization, relativistic impact, and the intractable payload problem are not independent obstacles to be overcome with clever design or future breakthroughs in materials science. Rather, they are the direct and unavoidable consequences of the laws of thermodynamics and relativity, upon which the entire propulsion concept is based. An engineering problem, such as improving the efficiency of the laser array or the precision of its optical engineering, assumes that the underlying physics permits a solution. A physical impasse, however, exists when the proposed solution is in direct conflict with the governing equations of the universe. For instance, no conceivable advancement can alter the Stefan-Boltzmann law, which dictates that the sail will absorb enough energy from the 100 Joule blowtorch to guarantee its own destruction. Similarly, the principles of special relativity, which fix the kinetic energy of an impacting particle, ensure that the interstellar medium becomes a fatal barrier, a fact that no shielding technology can circumvent without violating the principles of momentum that make the initial acceleration possible. This reveals the core of the laser sail paradox. The very conditions necessary for the mission's success are precisely what guarantee its failure. The immense power required to accelerate the sail is what vaporizes it. The relativistic velocity it must achieve is what makes interstellar dust catastrophically destructive, and the externalized propulsion method that enables this velocity is what makes deceleration a mathematical impossibility. Therefore, a project like Breakthrough Starshot should not be interpreted as a literal blueprint for an interstellar vehicle. Instead, its true value is that of a profound theoretical exercise, a rigorous probe into the limits of physical law. By pushing the concept to its logical extreme, its technical framework provides the most precise quantification to date of the sheer scale of the barriers to interstellar travel, serving as an essential, if sobering, baseline against which all future concepts must be judged. The proposal for laser-propelled sails confronts not a series of technological hurdles, but an integrated set of non-negotiable physical laws that render the mission, as currently conceived, a physical contradiction. The laser sail concept, therefore, serves less as a viable blueprint for interstellar travel, and more as a profound illustration of the physical laws that render it impossible. From the vaporizing heat of its own launch beam to the inevitable kinetic obliteration by a single grain of dust, the probe is condemned not by flawed engineering, but by the unyielding principles of thermodynamics and relativity it seeks to exploit. Ultimately, the physics that propels the sail is the same physics that guarantees its annihilation. If this form of rigorous, in-depth analysis is something you value, please consider supporting the work we do here at Dissect Official. Given the fundamental physical constraints we've outlined, where do you believe resources for interstellar exploration should be focused? On revolutionary, but perhaps impossible concepts like the laser sail, or on incremental advancements in more conventional, long-duration propulsion systems? We appreciate your careful attention and look forward to the discussion. Until the next deep dive, we will be analyzing the material science and supply chain vulnerabilities behind the global push for solid-state batteries.